Another guy you played with that's got some legendary stories around him is Tyler Seguin.
Yes. Yeah. Tyler was, well, his draft year, it was Tyler, right? Taylor Hall, Tyler, who was the best there. It's crazy to me that Tyler did not make Team Canada that year. Like, you want to talk about politics in hockey? There's a prime example of a second overall pick that can't make Team Canada. Like, get out of here. There's no way that should happen. But Tyler was, he still is, obviously. He's a very special player. A guy that's faster with the puck than without it almost. So like I think I had 7 assists my 1 year with him, because I just, I do a bypass play where the two forwards come hard at our defense. So we just set a play up where he'd be on the half wall, and I'd bypass both those guys and pass to him at the hash mark, and he's gone 2-on-1 real quick. So he was a lot of fun to play with. Very intelligent kid, and still obviously playing. So he's done really well for himself, obviously. But yeah, super talented kid. Very fun to play with. Yeah.
I'm curious if there's ever any security outside the hotel rooms, outside the Seguin residency when you were playing with him.
No.
I heard stories. There were so many ladies outside the door trying to get at him. They have security being like, "No, Mr. Seguin's going to bed." I don't know if that's true or not, but
I haven't seen that. No.
No. Okay. Well, stay off Reddit, right? I'm curious though. You mentioned Bugard. You played with Derek Bugard as well, the Boogeyman.
Well, I was in the training camp when Derek was there, and I shook his hand one time. That was the extent of our conversation. I think I was 20. But his fingers went basically like past my wrist here, and I'm just like, looking up at this guy like, holy shit, like what an animal. But I played with a lot of heavyweights in my career. He was one of the scariest for sure. He was probably the scariest. Like I said, rest in peace. Great guy. Another guy I played with was Brian McGrattan, who was another scary human being. He was in San Diego, and that year we had Brendan Montour and Shea Theodore as our defense. So we went off in the offseason and signed a bunch of heavyweights. We had McGrattan, Stu Bickle, Shane O'Brien. Who else? Tim Jackman. Like we were the most terrifying team in the league by far. So no one would touch those two guys, because if you hit Montour or Theo in the corner, 3 seconds later there's McGrattan coming over the bench or Stu coming to beat the piss out of you. So it was I think if you brought the heavyweights in your American League team, if you brought 3 or 4 heavyweights and you had these top end young kids on your team, they can do whatever they want. I think that's a great way to bring them into the league. Give them a little space early on, and then let them get a feel for more, later on with the more contact stuff. But they didn't touch those kids. They'd never touch them.
We do a hockey podcast called Sling the Biscuit every single Sunday. The clips, the bite-sized chunks are right here. Only the hits, the full-length show, which you don't want to miss, is right here. That's Dave. I'm Travis. We'll see you soon.